Ah, yes, finally, a real pickup truck review. Alright, so I'm gonna try to do a parody of Kajagugu, Kajagugu's Too Shy. Cause it's the Bobcat, and it's pretty rad. It's the Bobcat, a truck that's pretty bad. That's all I got. Uh, thanks for this. Thanks. I'll be here all week. Have fun trying to parallel park the Bobcat XL in a busy city center. The extra long, heavy-duty pickup truck has become equally popular with both farmers and people who shop at farmers markets. I know this truck is specifically called the Bobcat XL, but I'm going to make this truck as the spiritual successor to the Bobcat in previous titles. I always liked this truck. It's big, loud, and not afraid to show off what it is. A classic stable of Americana. Plus it reminded me a lot of my old truck, which I definitely don't regret selling off. I miss you, Dilbert. Anyway, back on track. The Bobcat. What makes it so good? And unlike the Picador, can it actually haul stuff? All these questions will be answered in this review. The Bobcat is one of the longest recurring vehicles in the series, making its debut in good old GTA 3. Its first incarnation, as well as the model from its prequel, LCS, resembled a first generation Toyota Tacoma and a third generation Ford Ranger. I always liked this version, not just because it looks like my truck. The old Bobcat is a far cry from its bigger, angrier son in GTA 5. Design would differ in GTA San Andreas, Vice City, and VCS, being heavily based on a second generation Ford Ranger. The Bobcat received yet another update in GTA 4, now resembling an old Chevy C10 pickup, specifically one with a step-side bed. The Bobcat could be found on the map with several different extra features, including an optional grill guards and roll bars, as well as a bunch of random boxes in the back because pickup truck, I don't know. And now here we are today with the Bobcat XL, still remaining relatively the same in design. The only difference is the cab and wheelbase have been lengthened. Unlike the C30 pickup truck, the Bobcat can only seat 2 people. The third generation C/K series trucks could be had with a multitude of engines and transmissions, without talking about the objectively better motors. One of the best motors you could have in the C30 was the Chevy 454, which is a 7.4 liter big block V8 producing a whopping 230 horsepower and an even more impressive 385 pound-feet of torque for the 87 through 91 model years. A 5.7 liter Oldsmobile diesel V8 was also offered, producing 120 horsepower, as well as a 6.2 liter Detroit diesel, producing between 135 and 148 for the 3 submodels. What I find kind of funny about the old C/K platform was that GM hadn't really changed the design in the near 20 years they produced it. I expect nothing less from GM, of course. The same company that produced the Chevy Astro with minimal design changes in the 20-odd years they produced that car as well. Back to the Bobcat. While the model depicted in-game was clearly a single overhead cam V8, the badging suggests it's actually a 550 cubic inch or 8.9 liter V10 engine. The only truck I can think of, or only engine I can think of that could come close to that, is the 6.8 liter Ford Triton V10, which are typically used in the Ford E-Series or larger step vans. As RCR put it,
"Oh, you get excited, a V10 engine. Hold on. All this engine is a Crown Victoria engine with 2 more cylinders attached to it. Yeah. It's the modular."
hold on a sec, hold on. Never mind. There was a correction in the description. Still, you know what I mean. Now hold on a sec, just because the model is a V8, I think the engine is supposed to be a V10. I mean, it certainly sounds like it. It pulls like it, in the sense where there's a lot of torque, but not a very high top speed, or a lot of acceleration, to say the least. It also says on the badging it's all-wheel drive. That's a lie. The Bobcat in the 3D universe was all-wheel drive, but not here. But I will say this, it handles pretty good for a rear-wheel drive pickup. Now for a truck with a supposed V10, the acceleration is pretty okay, I guess. 11.25 seconds for the old 0 to 60 time. What I think it lacks is speed in general. Also, I forgot to mention this thing. This pickup truck is in the frickin' Vans class. Really? Vans. Rockstar, what the hell is wrong with you? And also, it sucks we can't race these things anymore in custom races because, as I said before, Rockstar frickin' removed Vans from custom races. So, thanks for that, guys. Moving onward to handling. This thing handles really, really well. Not what I was expecting at all. Especially for a vehicle with a light rear end and a long wheelbase. It hugs the road quite nicely, and even off-road handles great. Thanks to a healthy helping of torque with this big guy, hills aren't even an issue. It just shoulders on, like the true American icon is desperately trying to be. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, there's 2 different variations of this truck you can have. There's the normal Bobcat, and the one with a truck cap and sun visor. Personally, I like the visor. I want to have the visor, but not with the cap. I think it would look good with some roof lights too. Maybe a bed toolbox or something. It can also haul any trailers compatible with any other pickup trucks in the game. From what I can see, it doesn't really affect performance, but it makes it really fun when you want to whip it your trailer into oncoming traffic, which I was unable to do for some reason. But hey, when it does happen, it's really funny to watch. It was also really funny to watch when I disconnected this trailer and watched it go flying for some reason. Being a pickup, of course, I have to determine whether or not I can actually, well, carry anything in the back. So I hopped onto a Blazer, drove it into the back, and oh, that was kind of weird. Okay, I got it in somehow, and wow, no explosions this time. Okay, cool. Though it does affect the handling, which is to be expected, but I wanted to push this truck further and beyond. Put something bigger inside, like maybe a benefactor ponto. Okay, so it can haul it technically. The ponto just wants to keep falling out. But I mean, still, I'm impressed. It doesn't bottom out that much and doesn't want to explode, so I'll give it points for that. Well, that seems to be it, really. I was thoroughly impressed by this truck. It hauls, it pulls, and it makes loud, angry noises. Truly, a vehicle worthy of any red-blooded American. 1983 Vapid Bobcat XL. God bless this truck. Well, there you have it, folks, the Vapid Bobcat XL. I've been wanting to do this video for literally years now. I remember even long before I think I even started doing like car reviews, I wanted to make a video about this truck because it's the closest this game has ever gotten to my real truck. And this is back when I still owned my real truck, and I still miss my real truck, but it's gone now, and I have a station wagon and a hatchback in its place, and they do the job relatively well for what they are, you know. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this video, and frankly, I had a lot of fun doing the experimentation, like the hauling and all that kind of stuff. It's about time I do a real truck, honestly, because the Picador is a saddest excuse for a truck. It's not even a truck, it's a muscle car according to the class verification. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, it's a fun little review. I love doing it, and I can't wait to make the next video. I've gotten some more PC parts in. I've gotten my CPU, my power supply, and my cooling thing. I'm still waiting for the motherboard, hard drives, RAM, and all that stuff. And of course, I'm going to have to wait a bit longer to get this graphics card. I might end up getting a lower end graphics card, but I don't want to scrimp though. I want to try to get something that's good. But if that means paying, twice the MSRP, we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's been it for this episode of Our Search and Andreas. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, then please tell me why you didn't like it and how I can improve. As always, tracks are in the music used in the description. I had to get a little bit more creative with the music this time because I was running out of music, so I decided to dig into the old N64 library music. And listen to right now is some music from an old game called 1080. I remember playing that game actually as a kid. I never was any good at it though, but it's some pretty cool tracks, honestly. It's a very 90s, just like me. Anyway, guys, have a good day and have a great weekend. See you guys next time.